Hi there, sweet little bees. Lots going on. I would like to do a new moon reading later on. So today, because we have a new moon on Wednesday, I believe it is October the 2nd. Let me check my calendar, put my glasses on. Yes, on Wednesday, and none others than Rosh Hashanah as well. So lots of energies. Again, like our full moon and new moon this year's, wow, it's been strong stuff. But um, my tomorrow, being Sunday, will be World Hurt Day. The heart, like boom boom, not the hurt getting hurt. So I wanted to let the guides send us whatever message of love they may have for us. Not that they wouldn't anyways, whatever reading we do. But I didn't get to do a love reading yesterday, so I wanted to use a Modern Love Tarot and do a message of love from our guides and angels, see what they have for us. Before I do that, I want to share, I always like to share information. So there is a lot astrological events happening right now. Not that I am into that much, but I feel like this is information to share. So it is noted that this weekend there is a retrograde. Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. Whatever that means. To me, it's just information. I'm not into astrology much. But it is said that it is a time of attending to your inner world. It's beneficial to reevaluate your surroundings, goals, and authority figures and let go of things that are not working out. I like that because this is repeating what... I'm taking this information from the Moonly app, by the way, which I really like. The letting go of things that are not working out and getting out of toxicity has been coming out a lot with the cards. So notice how astrological energies and tarot or oracle cards messages from your guides are repeating and reiterating the same thing. Rely on agile thinking, which to me, hello, trust your intuition. Detachment from the past, discipline, detachment from the past. The past can be a drag, okay? As long as you're living in the past, you are not thinking about your now. You are not focusing on what you can do for tomorrow. If you're not present, you are not in gratitude. And that takes away all the possible joy you may have, right? So, discipline, morality, and mindfulness. That's what you need to rely on. It is favorable to listen to mantras to Ganesha, which has been a very strong present energy in our past readings. Shiva, none other than his father. Jupiter, Saturn, perform cleansing practices and release heavy emotions. Esotericism, unexplored areas, creativity with like-minded people, travel and adventure will bring new skills and valuable answers. That's what the Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, this energy is recommending. Then we have Ketu, don't ask me what that is, the Sun and Mercury. I'm assuming Ketu is a planet. They are in Virgo, and that's a conjunction. This period is characterized by heightened mental activity, which may lead to significant insight. So what that's telling me is there may have been some anxiety, but it feels like your anxiety and your overthinking may actually lead you to significant discoveries about yourself. Expect karmic events in the field of cooperation, teamwork, finance, personal skills. Awesome. Develop skills, engage in spiritual practice, and adhere to healthy habits. I can totally relate to this because yesterday I found myself taking a day off that I had organized and taken a day off for a personal reason, and then things happened that I didn't need a day. And I still took it because physically, morally, everything, I needed it. And I got an awesome rest. And I'm very grateful that I listened to my need over, did I really need to go to work yesterday? I'm sure my sweet little bee slash co-worker slash friend took care of the boat, and I'm very grateful for all of that and for the rest. The rest meaning like resting. That was a snore I was trying to do. And Sunday 29th is a holiday. It's called World Heart Day. So this holiday is held annually on September 29th. Its purpose is to remind people of the importance of preventing cardiovascular disease and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Free medical examinations, scientific lectures and forums, as well as sport events are held throughout the day in all countries. I haven't heard of that for the US, so it's possible that this is happening in Europe. Our heart is fragile and at the same time incredibly strong center of the body, a source of energy for physical and spiritual processes. It holds the true self of a person, their soul. Here, the heart chakra, Anahata, which gives emotions, spiritually and divine love, is situated. Look at the picture, it's pretty. I love how it's like you have the heart in the middle of the chest here, which should be a little lower, but it has like all this universal connection. It's cool, and the stars around it. Opening this chakra helps explore deep feelings and true sense of happiness. Anahata is responsible for accepting yourself and your life path. Shamans say that the main thing when working with yourself is opening your heart. Energy must flow through it and then throughout the whole body. Stagnation, unexpressed emotions, imbalance lead to illness and suffering. No doubt that when you're depressed, it affects your health. Sadness affects your health. Just the same way happiness and energy and stuff like that affects your health in a better way. We've all heard about that in our life, like positive thinking leads to positive everything. To get closer to the divine principle, you need to learn how to concentrate on the heart. So you develop the ability to live here and now. It's funny, I was talking to you just earlier with the conjunction and retrograde of the power of living in the present and the power of gratitude, and then here it is again. To get closer to the divine, you need to learn how to concentrate on the heart, to develop the ability to live here and now. So that's how you do it. You develop this ability, and that's how you get rid of fears. For this, you should daily direct all your attention to the region of the heart, at least for a few minutes. At first, try to do this during meditation in order to feel the concentration. This could be very difficult for some of us. I'm still not a meditating person. I pray. I haven't been the best in the sense that I don't make time for prayer. I'll be praying as I'm doing something, getting ready. It's like I'm always in a hurry. So I know I need to find some time to pray or to go to church. Like I haven't done that since the pandemic. So there is a bunch, like even in Moonly, there is a bunch of short meditations. You have access to, on YouTube, a bunch of, little meditations, like, helping stuff for a few minutes. I used to love the Calmly app, but it's become like super crazy and expensive and you have to buy it. And at the beginning it was very cute. But I'm sure you can find all kinds of 5 minutes meditations to start with. I was listening to a French guy yesterday, and he was saying that it took him a good 3 years to have the result that one may expect with meditation. So it's not something that happens overnight again, but just a few minutes here and there, and you'll connect with your guides and your center and the divine, without even paying attention you are doing it. And then you will pay attention, obviously. At first, try to do this in difficult situations. Try to distract from thoughts and attitudes and move consciousness into the heart. Trust your intuition, that's been repeated over and over, and your soul will guide you to the right path. Take care of your heart, love it, and return it And in return, it will give you the ability to love the whole world. And with that, you get the love of the whole world right back to you, right? Okay. So that was some fun information. Before I go into whatever the guys are going to want to tell us, I want to share something just because there was that thing about the being in the now and the love of the world and your heart. I listened to a very cute, what happened to Mother Mary over here? Here she is. I listened to a very cute French young lady. Her channel is Auris, Auris, I believe. In whatever option that I picked, she's always like doing sweet readings about message from your guides and stuff like that. There was something about being patient, or something about the notion of time, and she was, whatever message that came to her really touched me. And I'm going to try and share the idea that I feel about it right now. It was something about, as usual, like, turning your mind to a different way of looking at a situation, right? So instead of looking at yourself as a body with a soul, remember that you are a soul with a body. Your soul is not stuck in the notion of time. If you realize or look at the fact that you are a soul going through experiences, or not even going through, actually a soul living experiences, then the notion of time and wasting things and stuff like that will become insignificant. We are all souls, and that's, some of us may not even necessarily believe in that. So obviously, if you believe that you are a soul and that you come back and you go through different experience, I don't mean to go through, because with the word saying going through, I feel like it means like we are suffering, when the point is to learn. So sometimes for some of us, a lesson may be harder than for others, but as long as we remember that we are a soul experiencing a bunch of things, when we are in what we as human would think of as a difficult situation, let's just remember that this is an experience, and maybe the situation will not be as overwhelming and bringing anxiety as much as it would be if we were thinking about it at a smaller scale. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be doing what you need to do. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be working, picking up, keeping your house clean and praying, doing the stuff that you need to do every day. But it's just a reminder that you're not wasting your time, and that everything happens in its due time, and that you are experiencing stuff, and that you need to trust. Okay, with all that, that was a lot of messages universe wanted to share with you already. Let's see, I'm going to use the Angels Among Us. We haven't used that in a while. And let's see which angel, which angelic energy, which angel, s'il vous plaît. Nos anges, énergie d'amour, lumière, which divine energy is going to have a message for our little beast today, s'il vous plaît. Which divine energy has a message for our little beast today? Wow, see how sometimes... okay. For a second, I thought we're going to have Ganesh again. So we have number 35, Horus, clear seeing, intention, and perspective. So right before doing the reading, we were talking about looking at things a certain way, setting your intention, deciding to be in the now, in the present, and perspective, how I was just talking about seeing oneself as a soul rather than a body with a soul. If you remember, you are in a soul traveling for a certain time here and with learning things, then your perspective will be entirely different. That could also teach you to follow your intuition, okay? Because this is what Horus is talking to us about. Ooh, and we have the heat with Sekhmet. I didn't mean to break her name here. Notice how we have this both looks like Egyptian energies, by the way, but we have whatever this is representing over his head, but we have two snakes on each side looking on left and right, and she has a snake facing forward, like this energy of transformation. And oh my god, okay, Ashtar, who wanted me to notice him, who is also the energy of the star seeds, so reminding us that there are people who believe that the souls don't necessarily are connected with Earth beings, but like galaxy being, like our being, between time and space. Like we experience many things and we are limited with our human knowledge right now. So with Sekhmet, we have 35 and 36, they follow each other. She talks about fearness, destruction, and rebuilding. So again, we have like that perspective. We may need to be going through, and they both have the eye. Oh, I just noticed it's one. It's the two different eyes. One has the eye in the middle, and the other one, like this thing, is like going to the right, and this one's going to the left. So I'm gonna have to read about those guys because there is a lot here and I don't remember it all. But obviously there is a need to be looking at a situation with a total different outlook. And we have Egyptian energy, so we are in with the goddesses, the gods and goddesses. 34, 35. Horus is ancient Egyptian sky god who is depicted as a falcon or a man with the head of a falcon, which takes us again to looking at things with perspective, looking at things from a much higher perspective. Like, remember how little we are on this planet, but how when you put a bunch of little things together, they become bigger and more powerful and can do beautiful things, because that number in negative energies can also bring distractions. But in this case, with this light here, and notice how we also have like dark and light, how you go from just black to like black of the night to the light of the day. The eye of Horus, so that's the eye of Horus that's on him, is traditionally used as a powerful protection amulet and a symbol of seeing, spiritual sight, and healing. Horus is known as a god of kingship, war, the sun and moon, perception, perspective, and intention, and he is a consort of Hathor. Whenever you need to see things more clearly, call on him. The oracle of this card is to look at things from a higher perspective. Now Sekhmet is the ancient Egyptian goddess of war and healing, and is usually depicted as a woman with a lion's head, hence the hair, or in her full lioness form. It's interesting because we had in the daily reading for a couple of days, I left, or maybe just one day, but I left the lions from the bee oracle, the lion's head out. So that energy of strength has been following us for a few days. The story of Sekhmet begins when the god Ra sent her to wage war on the mortals who were not living their lives in accordance with his will. Jeez. That makes me think of the God of the Bible, of our God, right? Sekhmet developed a taste for blood and was only stopped when tricked into drinking juice laced with alcohol, which put her to sleep. When she emerged a few days later, her bloodlust was gone, and seeing what she had done, she felt so much remorse, she decided to focus on helping humanity rather than harming. Sekhmet is a fierce goddess who can support all those who call on her to clear, cleanse, create, and rebuild. The oracle is cleanse and clear all that no longer serves you, which takes us back to the energies of the retrograde of right now, whatever it was in Aquarius. Go back to the beginning if you didn't listen to the little intro, to my quote-unquote blah blah. The oracle, cleanse, what no longer serves you. Your slate is wiped clean. You can now start again. So it is obvious that some of us either needs to be congratulated because you got rid of the of bad stuff. Good for you. Pat yourself in the back. Congratulations from the universe, your guides, because you are being reminded that it was a good thing. And for those of you who haven't, you are called on too, and you have the strength and the strength and I was going to say the force. You have the force for those of you who like Star Wars, but I was thinking of the word strength in French. You're backed up by the universe. I mean, we always are. As long as we make decisions out of love, we are backed up by the universe and good intentions and good energies. Okay, what other energy here do we have for our little bees? Here, what energy is surrounding our little bee right now? Whoa. Anxiety. Here I talked about that. This is you're overthinking, but you are reminded that if you follow your intuition and if you give trust in the universe, you already have in you the answer of what you need to do. Okay, and stop thinking and notice how the clouds, like I don't know if you can see behind the window, this is the end of the storm. There is thunder, there is lightning, which makes me think of the destruction here, but you are coming out of this anxiety. It is noted. We heard it as we were talking, as we were introducing, and look, the fifth chakra with the Archangel Gabriel. À ma droite, l'archange Michael pour la protection et l'amour. À ma gauche, l'archange Gabriel for intuition and strength. So when I pray to the archangels before reading in other situations, I ask Gabriel for intuition and strength. So it's interesting, we talked about strength. You are being reminded that the strength that you need is being given to you by your guides. We were talking about the heart chakra that needed to be healed, but I also feel like, again, see with the throat chakra here, I mean, this is on the chest, just like the drawing that was in the Moonly application. But that makes me feel like maybe you're full of anxiety about things that you want to share, and you are being reminded that it's time to speak up, and that's being told many times over and over. Ooh, and there is a man holding the coin, so it's possible that some of you need help, financial help, and that it will be coming to you. So again, trust in the universe, trust in yourself, trust in your intuition. I know it is terrifying because sometimes and I've heard that in like many different stories. I don't want to get into those because I have things I have to do today. So merci les guides, because they always send me a bunch of messages that I want to share. But to summarize, anybody who witnesses about that time when they followed the intuition and when they think it was, when our physical response is like, this is crazy, I can't do this, this is insane, how am I gonna, get out of the situation, blah blah blah. And when you jump in, and because the message is so strong, just like when I left my previous job, I mean, I've talked about that before. I was in that little chapel, and arguing with the energies I was feeling, like, how can you tell me to quit my livelihood? How am I going to do this? I knew I had a little cushion for a couple of months, but trusting that something would come, and I would be okay, because I still was raising, younger children, and I mean, teenagers, not, it's even worse. It was less than a year before the pandemic. I mean, it was a crazy idea. And also, I mean, crazy idea, crazy feeling to follow. And one of the best decisions I made in my life, with the help of my guides, with the help of God. I was, with the help of Mother Mary, I was praying to them all, and hearing this and thinking, this is crazy, you guys are crazy, but I trusted it. And I was listening to an advertisement for some guy. We keep seeing I keep seeing one, two, three. I keep seeing advertisement for whatever he's doing, and he was talking about a similar situation too, where he was called to make a purchase, which he thought was crazy, and he felt that his guide was telling him, like, that push, and he did it. And he also quit his job. He was going to quit his job, but his boss was like, just give it a minute, and instead he was let go, and they gave him a severance package. And however, it worked out that he paid the car that he, anyways, like, it was some kind of crazy story again, where he listened to them, and it ended up being all great. So it sounds crazy sometimes, but when you feel that amazing push of love, it feels a certain way. You'll know. I'm not telling you, like, when it's never going to be about something negative, okay? It's never going to be about hurting someone or hurting yourself. Or when your guides talk to you, you can feel that hug of love, that special, like, almost kind of power, that strength that you're calling for. It makes you cry, it makes you happy, it makes you crazy, it makes you overwhelmed, it puts you maybe in that state of anxiety, because the state of anxiety here is fear, okay? It's like, do I make the right decision? If you're feeling that you'll be better off making certain decision, and that you're not hurting anyone or yourself, then this is the right decision. And if you accept what the guidance from your divine guides, you will see how quick things happen. See, Gabriel, self-expression and speaking your truth. So do I really need to read? It's been telling you to speak your truth. He holds his trumpet in one hand and a beautiful orb of blue light on the other. It's beautiful. He is sending powerful energy to your throat center, acknowledging your power to communicate and your readiness to do so. This angel opens you up to truthful expression, both with yourself and others. You may have had trouble with expressing emotion and ideas in the past, but Gabriel is here to tell you that your soul longs to take this leap now. That's how you'll get rid of this anxiety. Be aware that true communication includes how you speak to yourself. Right. Again, like, going back to this anxiety. So never deny your profound integral value. Speak up for yourself. Write in your journal. Let your words flow. Now is the time to express yourself freely and fully, and the universe always honors your choice to do so. This card could also indicate that a communication project is coming, or a time of heightened communication with spirit and telepathy with others. Beautiful. The affirmation is, my throat chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state, spinning with a beautiful energy of freedom and self-empowerment. I am free to express myself in every way. You can take a screenshot of that and, read it in the morning or before bed. And look at how I was showing you the Archangel Metatron talking about clarity of thought and personal vision. So whatever the universe is telling you to do for yourself, it's time to take a leap of faith, my sweet bee. Okay, so the message of love from your guides. I'm going to do it like I do the daily reading, because I don't have much time and there is a lot of things that were said, with 3 cards that are going to be what message of love from our guides. Oh, look at that, the power of the Emperor for our little bee, s'il vous plaît. What's the message of love from our guides for our little bee, s'il vous plaît? What is jumping? Oh, celebration. Look at this, see? I'm going to do the what you need to focus on, what you need to let go, and the special message from the universe, okay? S'il vous plaît. And okay, success. My goodness. What jumped out? Lovers. So there is a choice for you to make, giving you anxiety. But you know what the right choice is, so follow your intuition, sweetie. Again, that goes with anxiety too, the fear of having a broken heart. When you are called, this is the time to heal your heart right now, isn't it? Allez, s'il vous plaît. Okay, enough with the jumpers and the 5 of Cups, grieving, towers, the end of a situation, which Sekhmet is recommending. S'il vous plaît, nos anges d'amour, give message of love for our little bees. Is it ready to cut? What's at the bottom of the deck? Oh, the Page of Cups. That's like, that's somebody who could be giving you a gift. That's somebody who is immature. But that is still somebody who is willing to grow in with the expression of the emotions. And the Page is a messenger. So either you are going to give, either you want to give a message of love, or you are going to get pretty immature message of love. Somebody could be trying, maybe it is you, because there is that throat chakra that needs to be healed. Maybe you are being what's the term when you're not being mature, when you're being we had that card of success. The character was in a wheelchair. I feel like you're being what's the term? Bancal. That communication, that message of love is going to be either given or received in I'm picturing like a child in the hospital, like somebody. It's not going to be clear, but there is some work in trying to bring that message of love, or to give it or receive it. Okay, maybe that's what's happening right now too. This is not being very clear. Bancal. Somebody like with some picturing clutches or crutches, and we're not. This is not balanced, but the idea is there. Okay, so no guide d'amour. What is it that our little bees need to focus on, s'il vous plaît? Well, that's what I've been doing myself. The moon is what I'm seeing here is the first word that came to me. I will read you what the moon is, because there is an energy that is always quote unquote negative in the moon. It makes me sad every time. But when I see this, I see someone resting. I see someone hugging yourself. I see some, like the opposite. Like she has anxiety, but she spends her, like, you know, she's been crying. Her eyes, like there is mascara that's falling down her eyes. She's not sleeping. In this case, there is almost total relaxation. There is, because she still has her arm crossed on her chest, but I feel it more like acceptation and love of oneself. Okay, so she's laying down next to this water, so the emotion is like next to her, it's not even part of her. We let go, we have all those tears aside. We have the gorgeous light of the night. This is a beautiful full moon. We have the wolf, you know, calling on it. It almost feels like a call to the spirit. We have the dog, to me, that talks about fidelity, loyalty, someone who's faithful, someone who's always there next to you, like they are keeping it. There is protection of this person right there that is finally taking the rest from her emotion. So what that tells me here, my sweet bee, is that just like I did this past couple of days, focus on you, rest, take some time away from whatever toxic situation may have been draining you. It's time to focus on you. And again, with the moon, we have the intuition. You have the reminder that you don't know everything, but it is also time to face your emotion and possibly speak them out. Okay, so it is a major arcana. So it is also, that means that the universe is pushing you to do that, regardless of what you want to do. You are called to focus on this, on yourself, but you will be also pushed to focus on yourself. The key word here is illusion, instincts, and insecurity. So that goes back with the message of anxiety, I find. While the moon illuminates, its light does not touch everything. Okay. There are still shadows, even when the moon is full. When this card comes up in a tarot reading, it's a sign that things are not what they seem. You may feel as though something is a little off with a loved one, or that they are trying to hide something from you. Because I was talking about you needing to focus on yourself, you've been maybe so focused on trying to think or figure out what was being hidden from you, when honestly you are being reminded since the beginning of the reading and the guidance to look at the picture from a higher perspective, and how irrelevant, like maybe if you really feel that somebody is hiding something from you, who cares? This is the issue, not yours. Focus on you. The truth will come out when it is time for you to find out. And if you want to ask, the angel Gabriel is telling you to clearly, simply ask. It's always best to trust your intuition and be extra observant while things unfold. And the key message I'm hearing here is that things will unfold. So focus on your health. This is the World Heart Day. So you are called to focus on your well-being. Okay. Is there a but this is a committee struggling the end. We're not going to go through those because this is a love message for you. So focus on yourself, focus on your intuition. This is coming very strongly because, as usual, in case we haven't heard, the guides are reiterating what we've been saying since the very beginning. What is it that our little bee should let go, s'il vous plaît, nos guides d'amour? Wow. Okay, notice something incredible here. We have the moon and we have the sun. I'm like tripping on this. We have the moon and we have the sun. And we have, I was talking about darkness and light. And we are, okay, this is something I haven't talked about and found like very like somewhat annoying when I keep saying like work on your do your shadow work. I found that extremely weird. But maybe some of you need to do that, because with the sun, how can you be told to let go? I feel like maybe for a moment you have felt like you were somebody's son, or maybe you are a younger person, and it's time for you to let go of your immaturity. Maybe it's time for you to grow up and take a little bit of responsibility. Maybe you don't want to be hearing that. Maybe this is what you need to destroy. Maybe, it's time for you to get on this position here, taking care of your younger child. Maybe maybe you haven't been taking care of your inner child. But I feel like it is time. What is it here around his neck? A heart. I feel like the clear message here, it is amazing how the cards are falling like right under too. I'm positioning them this way so you can see, but still, there is no coincidence in your reading. So focus on yourself, focus on your maturity. It's okay to... I feel like you're not necessarily called to forget about your inner child, but you really... There is a time for everything. There is time for play and there is time for being serious. And for some of you, I really feel like there is that fear of becoming an adult. Maybe there is a lot of young souls that are going to listen to this reading today. It's difficult to go from being this child that's consistently taken care of by their parents, that your parent is always going to come and going to take care of you, and you are called to be your own person this time. You've always been carried, and maybe it's time for you to start doing it, to start doing the carrying. That's scary, that's giving you anxiety. Obviously, if you talk about it, it's going to be okay because the truth is going to be unfolded. So I really feel like with this here, a child can be very selfish. A child is all about me. A child will throw a tantrum. So as much as you need to rest, you also need to be a little bit more mature. Okay, you need to take care of things. That's what I'm feeling here. Let go of stop, enough with the temper tantrums. Okay, sometimes communicating doesn't mean whining. You're going to speak your truth, yes, but some of you, I feel like, and maybe myself too, need to be reminded to show a little maturity in this story. And I think I was saying that in one of the cards I was reading. Interesting. It always is fascinating to me when I have such strong opposite cards, to the positions. It's like the guides are making it difficult for me, but that jumped at me like right away. Enough with the childish behavior. I feel like, okay, here it is. I feel like you are being loved, but you are not being loved the way you are used to, or you're not being loved the way you want to, or to you being in certain type of relationship. And I mean, like, whether it's at work or with your friends or with your boyfriend or girlfriend or parents or whoever, to you love means certain things and you're not receiving it the way you want it. So it's making you act up. It's giving you anxiety. Why isn't he buying me flowers, for example? Or why isn't he taking me out to lunch, while on the other hand he's going to do your dishes or wash your car, or Lord knows what he's doing for you. And you're not used to receiving love a different way. Pay attention. We told you with the moon to look at things and how it's going to unfold. I feel like the love is there. no denying. There is even the care. There was the man holding the coin. So the help, the love is there. Remember to, like with the birds here, look at things from a different perspective. Even the child here is being put higher, like he can see the world higher than the parent or the adult that's holding him, showing him like, hey, look at it from a higher perspective. Stop being so focused on yourself. Even though you are called to rest, there is something I was telling you here where you need to rest. And maybe because this is a moon and currently maybe you need to focus on what is it that is making me react this way? What is it that's making me act like a child? Ooh, the guides are sure being like a stern parent when it comes to our emotions right now, aren't they? What is a message, a divine message for today? I will give an advice later. Just want a message, s'il vous plaît, no guide. Look at that, the world. The message is the world. You are the world to someone. You are going to accomplish something. You are more able than you imagine, and you represent a lot more than what you imagine. So I was just telling you to stop being infantile. Look at what you are, who you are to... You are the world to the people who love you. You represent the world. That's a message you need to hear. I believe this is a sign of the Scorpio on the right. We have... Let me look at those. Let me see if I can find that. I had not noticed. You know what? Maybe the thing will say. I don't remember picking the world before. So, let me see. And I will have you notice, sweet bees, you saw me putting all the cards here. We have 3 major arcana. So, stop fighting it because it is happening regardless. This is the card of completion, wholeness, and obtainment. So stop fighting, stop throwing tantrums because this is coming to you. The world is a card of completion. You've got what you've been striving for and are reaping the rewards of the effort you've put into your relationships. Enjoy it now. There is no need to be chasing the next thing or wanting something that you don't have. Which takes me back to the stop throwing a tantrum here. Spend some quality time being present with your loved ones and celebrate what you have. Well, there was the 3 of Cups that jumped earlier that was talking about a celebration. So don't be snooty, and I feel like some of you may have been like a little, you know, having the feeling a little hurt and like focus on the good things, focus on the now. That's really what you are called for. I want to see if I can find the meanings of these here. Okay, so we have the M with this. This is the energy of the Scorpios, which to me talks about the Scorpio will tend to sabotage themselves or some situation out of fear. So enough with doing that. And this is also from October 23rd to November 21st. So if it is something, a message, that's a message for the next few weeks. The water here, this is possibly Aquarius, but this is in a circle. So is it something else? I don't know what this sign is, but if it is Aquarius, that's what's coming to me. This is January 20th to February 18th. If some of you know what that is, please tell me. If because it is in the circle, I think it may be something else. And maybe I have it in this paper, in this thing. Let's see, because I have... No, you know what? This deck wants to come out, so maybe I'll pick a few cards. Let's see. Let's see if that will be in here. No. Okay, so possibly Aquarius. Maybe this is a sign, you know, for you. And then here we have Let me see if I can find it. The thing at the bottom left. Oh, possibly the Taurus, which is grounded and sensual. The Scorpio, transformative, secretive. And the other sign here is a Leo. Okay, so the Leo reminding us, oh, I understand now. On the world there is, if you look at the regular world, the traditional world, there is all those signs, the lion and the bull and the fish and the crab or something like that. So now that makes sense. I am just, sorry, it took me a moment, but he has those energies. So we are talking about independent, idealistic. The Scorpio, I said, secretive. The Taurus, we have grounded and sensual, and the Leo is heart-centered and possibly a leadership, showing leadership. So I feel like this is what you need to show to yourself. Oh, and with the 5th chakra, we are back to I speak, and the heart is I love. Okay, so that was, oh, now I'm finding this. But yeah, now I'm pretty sure that's what that was. The Aquarius in the circle. Okay, can we get, and I'm going to use the Z108 from Intuit to get, s'il vous plaît, nos guides, some messages for our little bees. Can I get messages? Advice. Can I get an advice for our little bees, s'il vous plaît, nos guides? Can I get an advice? Two advice. We have the rainbow. That's better than advice. That's your wish granted. Serendipity, blessing, patience pays off. Abundance, hope, good luck. Patience again, promise, godsend, creation, manifesting, wealth, prosperity, perfect timing. So with that, I'm going to look for some signs. I'm going to use the charms to see what signs, but the rainbow could be a sign, obviously. Let me put that here so you can pay attention. And we have a baby. With a baby, well, like with a destruction, we're talking about a new beginning. Let's see if we can get some thing about those signs here. Or my little cheat sheets. Because there's a lot of signs on this one. We have the, what is that sign here? Good Lord, I'm really bad with, oh, and that's not even the, okay, never mind, I'll give up. Here are the signs. If you know what they are, look at them, tell us what they are. We have the Cancer. It looks like the Libra, refining balance. Oh, maybe in this one, Cardinal, so new beginning, rapid growth, fresh start, unlimited potential, innocent, trusting, continuing the legacy, needy, being a little needy. See, that goes back with the energy to give up here. Warmth, purity. Okay, show that purity of the child, also that trust. And for some of you, there, you know, since there was a celebration card, maybe there is the birth of a baby. Maybe your wish is to have a child and your wish is granted. So go for it, have fun, enjoy just loving one another. Maybe some of you want to adopt and you are being told that this is going to happen, so trust in the universe. Good things come to those who know to wait. And look at that at the bottom of the deck. You have a big yes. I mean, this is good news coming to you. The answer is yes. The situation or event is right on track at this time. So you are really truly being reminded to trust the universe, my sweet little bee. Okay. Do I pick No, I don't feel like it's necessary. I was going to pick a Mabon card, but I thought the charms. Let's see, s'il vous plaît. No guide. What possible sign? Like, I want to give you can make choices. I'm going to pick some charms or text, whatever, because I have the tea messages, whatever comes out. You can use those and pick one or two or whatever's going to come out as signs from the universe if you see those, like there was messages in this reading for you. Or you can pick those as examples, say like, hey, universe, God, Sekhmet, Horus, whoever you want to connect with, whatever your divine energy, your guides, your angels, show me signs, and you can use those, like, in order to connect with your angels, like if you want a reminder that they are there, or if you're on the right path or something like that. Okay, whoosh. We have a lot of things. I just saw blue butterflies. So, we have I forgot how that's called, to cut the wood with. This is like a Halloween one, so there's a little blood on it. So, but if you see an axe, that could mean something for you. Maybe some of you, here, let me put it closer so you can see. Here is an axe. We have messages here. So, trust your identity. Be in touch with your reality. Balance of head and heart yield strengths of character. That goes very well with the reading of today. We have, are not flowers the stars of the earth? Some of you, I was talking about, like, if you may be wanting to get some flowers, but maybe this person feel like, flowers need to stay planted, for example. Be kind to others and yourself, but always be compassionate to yourself. Okay, so we have an O. We have the letter O, we have the letter D, and we have the letter Y. So whatever these letters mean, this could be named David, Oscar, Yannick, Yolanda, whatever day these letters could mean for you. Here we go. We have the heart, and what's funny is that we have the heart from the card, and we have another heart here. So today, the reading being inspired by the day of the heart, that takes me back to compassion and love and trusting. And we have the diamond. So it's funny because we have the diamond and we have a card. So maybe playing cards will mean something to you. We have a cute little bear, a purple bear. So, but that's the other thing, a purple bear. We have a dinosaur. It looks like it's, oopsie, a flying dinosaur. So maybe that will mean something to you. But it's also a purple dinosaur. So you could be asking to see a purple dinosaur. There was a reading where we had a blue dog, and ever since I've been talking about that. And what are the odds of you seeing a blue dog? I've been seeing blue dogs everywhere. Like advertisement for Blue's Clues, whatever new blue dog things they have. It's on and on. I'm gonna save this one. I was gonna save it for the end, but and a bee. So you know the meaning of the bee for this channel. So it's interesting that we have a little bee. We have a couple of, what is this? Is that an angel? Oh no, it's a ghost. So we have a little ghost. We have the ghost and the axe that makes me think of Halloween. We had the Scorpio sign. We also have a mushroom that makes me think of the season. We have another Halloween thing with the pumpkin, and we have another heart. That's the third one. And we have two Christmas items. We have the tree and the reindeer. So what that strongly suggests to me is that whatever event that's going to happen. Whatever wish that is coming to you, whatever change that is happening in the next 3 months. I'm doing this reading on September 28th, and in relation to the holiday of tomorrow, about the day of the heart, whatever, it's the World Day of the Heart or whatever that was. And that talks to me, especially with, I don't know, like, like with the why I have the New Year, that's Day of the Dead. I'm having a lot of feelings about, and a lot of signs here given to us about the next season, the end of the year, the next 3 months. So if you hear this message, obviously, at another time, at the end of the year, just, let's say you're looking at this like in February next year or in 10 years from now, just add 3 months. But it is very significative to me, with those. It's like, with the bee, even we have like the end of the summer with this, beautiful color. It's interesting how the bee comes out every time I do the charms. So you can use any of these as signs, but also to me, this is a sign that stuff is happening now in the next 3 months. This is significative to me. I mean, we also have a big change. I want to try and use the United States of Tarot deck very soon. I still have to use the Halloween one, because we are entering the season of Halloween. But, we have an election in a little bit over a month, and that's guaranteeing some changes. Before I get to Mother Mary, I'm going to get to Mother Mary, s'il vous plaît. Maman Marie, quel message for our little bees, s'il vous plaît, today? What is the message for our little bees, Maman Marie, that you have for our little bees today? What message? Oh, darn, it fell in the water. I didn't want to put my glass of water up there. Oh, thank God those cards are. We have two that fell. So the one that fell in the water is Our Lady of Divine Presence. Interesting, it fell in the water because we were talking about, love and emotion. Your heart is capable of bringing spiritual in your heart. Isn't that crazy? Is capable of bringing spiritual energy into your life and the world, with the card of the world, when you allow yourself to trust Our Lady and open your heart to her. There is healing integration taking place between your interior spiritual life and your exterior physical life, and that like circles back to the beginning, to also about the soul and the soul in the body, or the body with the soul. This will evoke change that is sometimes unsettling, but as a healing transformation unfolds, great joy shall flow from what transpires. Trust in what is happening. And it is happening, my sweet bee. And we have Our Lady of the Sacred Union. And we have flowers at the bottom here. I mean, there is flowers on all her cards, but conflict can be motivating, or it can be exhausting, as it has been continuing for too long without relief. Hence your need to rest with the moon here. Make space in your heart again for the way beyond current inner conflict to be revealed. There is always another way, no matter how set in stone your situation may appear to be. Our Lady's hand is guiding you along the path out of conflict and into a new and joyful harmony, which we know with the cards that came out here. This is truly a beautiful message of love and trust, again. And I'm going to give you... Okay, this keeps wanting to come, so I'm going to use just one, s'il vous plaît, les guides. One healing angel message, s'il vous plaît. Nos anges. Oopsie. Inspiration. A new idea comes to you, like a gentle whisper inside your heart. Again, we're talking about your heart. Listen and take action. This is inspiration from high above. That takes me back also to what I was saying at the beginning. When you have doubts and stuff, and you have these messages from the universe that's coming to you. Listen to it. Don't doubt. It comes to you like a gentle whisper inside your heart. I was talking about here how it comes to you with like a hug. I was describing it, I think, at the beginning. And a gratitude message for Anne Lobby, s'il vous plaît, nos anges et guides d'amour. We have reflect on the bad. That's kind of like what we've done here, with the moon. You've reflected on the bad, but then be grateful it's over and start something new. Say thank you instead of I'm sorry. And for some reason, I keep wanting to give you a little spell message. That's a gift from me to you. With the help of our guides, s'il vous plaît. What little ritual can we give our little bee, s'il vous plaît? So fun. Success jar. As you have the success that jumped out. Fill a small cork top bottle with layers of lapis lazuli and carnelian chips, crushed bay leaves, dried basil, and chamomile. Whoa, that's a lot. Frankincense resin and a few drops of bergamot. Close the bottle tightly and place it on your desk or near your workspace. Okay, well, that's some... you have to do some groceries here to find all these ingredients. But this is how you get your success jar to give you the energies you need to go with whatever project you may have, because it is work related. So my sweet bees, with that, I send you love. I wish you a wonderful weekend, and stay healthy and keep on trusting. Bye bye. See you next time.